it's possible just saying this creature's name will turn you into one of them. But that's not true, right? Just a bunch of hokey superstition. There's no such thing as Stikinis. Ooh. Ooh, that was weird.
Native Americans across all of North America have various legends of owls and their unnatural powers. There's the Tataklea of Yakimalor, La Lechuza in Latino culture, and today we have the Stikini of Seminole legend, also known as the man owl. When the Seminole tribe was forced into Oklahoma, they were pushed into the land of the Stikini, which I find incredibly interesting. They were originally based in Florida, and unlike some stories that carried on from one place to another, this creature was developed as a result of them moving somewhere new. Perhaps there's some credence to the existence of these owl monsters. They weren't always known to the Seminole, and even if you were speaking to one face to face, you still wouldn't even realize that they were in fact a Stikini. They're a little strange to the average person, and a bit standoffish, but overall, it's not easy to recognize one when you see them.
So the Stikini, oh boy, sorry. So these creatures were originally said to have been human witches that grew more and more vile and powerful as they performed more and more horrific acts upon people and the world itself. They're best known for their appearance, which is kind of similar to a werewolf, except instead of a human and a wolf hybrid, it's a human and an owl hybrid. But you see, unlike a werewolf, they're not bound to change just once a month during the lunar cycle. They change every single night. They resemble people that they live with in society. But during the night, the Stikini... Oh my gosh, sorry, I don't know what that is. It must have been some bad liver that I ate or something.
These owl monsters will travel deep into the depths of the woods in the middle of the night, and when they're sure that they're alone, they will vomit up their soul and puke out their organs. Once they do this, they'll begin to transform into their human-owl hybrid form, and they become extremely powerful and can easily rip a man limb from limb with little to no difficulty. Even the name of these creatures is powerful. Allegedly, speaking the name alone can turn you into a Stikini. Maybe I should stop saying it. So what happens if you find yourself in the woods being hunted or pursued by one of these owl monsters? How do you defend yourself? Well, there's no size of bullet that can take out one of these things. In fact, from the sounds of it, this creature may not be able to be killed unless you can find its entrails.
So you're only going to run into one of these creatures in the dark of the night. They're not seen during the daytime. And if you think you have seen a Stikini, then it's probably something else. But if it does happen to be a Stikini that you're encountering, there's a couple of different ways that you can go about handling it. But every single one of them requires you to find their guts. You see, when they vomit up their organs and their soul, it's almost as if they act like a binding agent, and it keeps them stuck in this world so that way they can't move on to the next. If you don't destroy their innards, you can't destroy them. You know, it's kind of like a Horcrux from Harry Potter. There's a big hole there. But yeah, it's kind of like a Horcrux from Harry Potter or the One Ring from Lord of the Rings, except it doesn't require a secondary object to keep itself bound to this world. Because it kind of seems as though when it vomits up its innards and its soul, that it's sticking its soul inside of its living flesh. That's why it's important that you find them.
Whether it be by an animal devouring them or burning them, simply destroying the organs is enough to kill the Stikini. However, if you can't find an animal to eat them, or you're having difficulty lighting wet flesh on fire, there is one other thing that could kill the Stikini. If you manage to find the entrails left behind and you keep them away from the Stikini until dawn, it will ultimately die, due to it being separated from its soul and organs. Whatever you do, I always say be careful when out in the woods. You never know what you're going to run into. But if you prefer the safety of your home, check out this video YouTube says you're going to love, and I'll see you there.